Today's guest is a good friend of mine. He is an entrepreneur, and he is one half of the It's All Content podcast on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. This is ReggieBeLiftin. And we up. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
But yes, sir. It went by really fast. Like, way faster than you think. Especially when...
I bet, man.
Yeah, when you're kind of like... You're keeping track of his age.
Yeah.
So you realize how fast a fucking year goes by.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
it's just crazy because, like, every month you're celebrating a new fucking thing.
It's the first, huh? The first this, first this, first
exactly,
this. All
bro.
the
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The first, he's teething now, too. So that's, like, the past couple days, pretty much the past week has been rough with trying to get him to sleep.
Right.
But it is what it is. Typical baby shit. But, yeah, Reg, thank you for coming through.
No problem,
thank you
bro.
for pulling up.
Me, G.
It's super convenient. You're down the road type shit.
Bro.
How far was the drive?
Bro, it was literally like 15 minutes.
Oh,
I was like, oh shit. When I looked on maps at first, it looked further. I was like, but it was literally like down the way, really.
Hell yeah. So you're on the other side of Tempe?
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm literally on like Tempe, Phoenix border, like by Arizona Mills. So I'm not even far at all.
Yeah, we're literally on Mesa Tempe border.
Okay,
so it's
fire.
like if you pass the 101 that way, it's Tempe. You pass it coming this way, it's
exactly.
Mesa. So we're technically in Mesa, but I tell everybody I live in Tempe. But just tell everybody what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I pretty much just lift weights and screen print. I do screen printing for T-shirts, and that's really what all my Instagram really is just doing that. And then I do a podcast too. It's called It's All Content.
Yep.
I do that with my homie Hayden. Shout out to my homie Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you do kind of like some episodes on your YouTube channel called Rolling with Reg. And
yeah. That's like
Mm-hmm.
my little vlog series.
Yeah.
I got that from like this skateboarding series I used to watch.
Okay.
It's called like they'll just do rolling with whatever pro skater.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna jack them.
Yeah, that's tight. I watched the most recent one, and the fucking shirt you did with the boxer. I don't know if he's a boxer.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna see if we could try to hook you up because my boss likes hooking fighters up. So for your next fight,
yep,
I'm
that
gonna
could be the
talk
walkout.
to him because really all he asks is just for us to be able to put our sponsor pretty much on the back, but
100%.
he'll hook
Anywhere.
you up,
We could do that on fight shorts, on the poster,
okay,
you know what I mean? Because we do like a big old band. You know the banners the fighters used to have?
Yeah.
We still do that on the regional scene because it's not the UFC. So.
Right, okay.
Is Trauma, is that the brand?
That's mine, yeah. That's my brand that I just started.
I would like to have that logo somewhere, too.
Okay, for some bad. Hell yeah. I'd
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that, bro. Yeah, now I could get you one of these tees, too. I actually got some in the car. So
Heck yeah, perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to talk to my boss for sure, bro, because that'd be dope if we could do that for you. Because he likes hooking fighters up because he actually used to do Muay Thai.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so he knows like a lot of fighters and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be perfect because my next fight should be streaming on UFC Fight Pass.
What?
So that'll be
lit.
aired everywhere.
Hell
You
know? They postponed it, right?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be June 5th, and then they postponed it. We don't got a date yet. It's just postponed. So, but I want to wait for it because anything can happen in a fight, and I don't want to take a risk of getting injured in training camp or something, getting ready for some smaller shit.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to make my pro debut with APFC, and then see where it goes from there.
Sick,
yeah,
bro.
I got offered a name, and it would have been an exciting fight for that. So maybe we keep the opponent, maybe not. Yeah. So the opponent might change, which I'm not too worried about, but it would have been a banger fight for a pro debut.
Damn, that's sick, bro.
But how did you get into like screen printing like T-shirts and shit?
To be honest, it was like a family thing. It's like my dad and my uncles always did it, but I never really got into it until recently. Until I got older, I just recently reconnected with my dad because like we were never really close. Mm-hmm. And then I just needed a job because I moved out here. And then he was like, come work at the shop. And then just...
Oh, so it's out here where you work?
Yeah, I work like literally like just south from here in Mesa. Like close to the Costco.
Okay.
Yeah, like down that way. So it's just like everything's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got into that. And then I've been doing that for like a year and a half now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going good. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like... a new project.
You're kind of like doing your own
fighter
thing.
tees, like stuff like that.
No,
like,
that's sick.
I love those are my favorite because it's like a puzzle that you got to put together just to make it to look that good.
Yeah.
Because if not, like a lot of people get messed up shirts and they don't even know that.
Dude, you know that T-shirt app? I think it's called T-shirt app.
I think
and like you could customize your dude. I tried to do that route where like I was like making the shirts and then I was selling them for like $10 more than what I was buying them for, just to make any like a little bit of profit. And there was like 3 separate times they just totally fucked the design up. And like, because you created on the app, so it's like I'm not gonna press confirm unless it's fucking right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and so like it was, you know, a picture of me, and then on the bottom it's like Showtime or It's Show. I forget what it said.
It was an old fight shirt you did.
Yeah,
one
of the old ones.
I remember you.
I had like one good batch, a dope batch, and then there was another one I did because I was like, these are sick. I'm gonna fucking make some more. And they they didn't fucking refund me nothing. I sent them a picture of it. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yeah. You know, nothing. You know, so it's like, it's whatever. But the bottom was like, it said Showty, and it didn't put in the M and the E, and I was like, this is so fucking dumb. But yeah, it is what it is. That I've always liked designing shit like that too. Yeah. Like I would like design the whole, you know, thing. Okay. But I fuck with the style that I seen on the Rolling with Reggie, how it's kind of like the old school. Yeah, like big shirt, fucking with
just the name, whatever. Yeah, like those are fire.
Yeah, and that style's like coming back too. You see it like with everything.
We've done, you know, Jakar, Klaus.
Yeah. Over at Red
We've done like 2 for him already.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that's sick.
So like my boss for sure. He'll be hyped to do it.
Heck yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's dope. I wanna get over there and train with those guys over at Red Hawk. I like Tim Welch's.
I seen they just opened like a. Yeah, they expanded, right?
Yep, exactly. They expanded. Sure. We did too at Arizona Combat Sports.
Okay, that's where you're at.
Yeah, we were at a little. It wasn't little, but we upgraded and got a big ass gym now. It's like 2 stories. They're putting like. People are renting out the rooms in the top for like massage spots, and then like we're gonna open up like a. I probably shouldn't even say too much, but we have plans to like open up some dope shit other than the fighters and the gyms and shit.
Damn, that's tight to always see something expand, like get bigger.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's cool seeing. I teach there on Thursdays. I've been teaching jiu-jitsu there for the past couple years now.
Oh shit!
Right so it's been fun.
How long have you been living out here?
I moved out here in 2021, I believe. It was like right after the pandemic.
Oh, damn.
Or actually, yeah. It was at the end of 2021, going into 2022. Because I've been working at where I work now for a little over 3 years.
Yeah, because I think I remember originally seeing when you first started working over here.
Yeah.
Because I hit you up about it or something. Mm-hmm. I think I had just like caught that golf bug at that time. So
yeah, that's what I was doing.
Everywhere.
Yep, I'm still working at the golf course.
That's fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a switch soon though. I'm trying to level up my life, you know.
Nah,
that's why I can't smoke. Cause unfortunately,
exactly.
dude.
Nah, I respect that though. Yeah. Shit, we would priorities straight, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's good though.
Yeah, we would have definitely.
What are you looking to do?
My dad's best friend, he runs this company that pretty much just does like grading and messes with turf. So it's kind of like the same stuff I'm doing right now, just messing with grass. Yeah. But instead of dealing with cutting the grass and shit, I'll just be leveling all the the ground. Okay. And just like making slopes for runoffs. If someone needs like a place where there's gonna be a lot of water, there's got to be like a little bit of a slope, so the drainage goes to that way. Fire. But I'll just be like moving dirt around all day. Okay. So it's pretty much the same thing as I'm doing now, but I'll be in a machine. And I won't be like directly in the sun. Yeah, that kind of fucking sucks. Yeah. But working fucking in the sun for 8 hours and then going to train and then coming home and trying to create content and do shit. It's like hard.
I seen you getting in on your lunch break for.
Bro. Yeah.
Like, bro, fuck.
Nah, yeah. Like you gotta. When I'm getting ready for a fight, I lock in, Yeah, and you gotta get it. You gotta get it when you can, cause who knows what kind of job homeboy has? Yeah, he might be doing this full time
for real,
where he just training all day every day, and
that's crazy.
And in my opinion, that's what you gotta do. You're gonna need that to be the best. You gotta fucking focus and fucking lock in to just do that. A lot of guys that kind of half-ass shit. Like Khabib had a good quote. He's like, you're not going to be a champ if you only train when you're getting ready for fights. Right. And that's something I've always heard because I've always been around the culture since I was little. Yeah. So people, they don't fucking train until they got to fight. And it's like, you got 4 weeks to prepare for a fight. You think training camp isn't where you get better. It's where you get in shape.
Right, exactly.
It's where you game plan to beat somebody.
Shit up to go, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're just you're getting in shape. You're just fine-tuning things.
Right.
But where you learn is where your year-round training is, right?
Okay,
like just a regular Monday, regular Tuesday. That's where you learn more techniques.
Where you're getting your reps in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right.
You imagine getting ready for a fucking bodybuilding contest. And you barely start working out 3 weeks prior. You're gonna come in last. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna work.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah, you're gonna get injured. You're not gonna fucking go nowhere. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's cool. I was checking out the. I've been checking out the. It's All Content pod, and I fuck with like how you guys. You know, how you especially, like, you watch a lot of fights. You watch a lot of sports and shit. That shit's cool. I was like, damn, we were going to have, you know, a good amount of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to do something for, like, the next big fight. We gotta
I'm down, bro, because you could always go pull up over there with us, and then, what's the next,
The next big one is going to be Marab and O'Malley, the next big pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This weekend is Gilbert Burns and then this up-and-coming Brazilian dude, Michael Morales. I think it's Michael Morales. Okay, but yeah, Morales something. He's badass. He's really good on the feet, but Gilbert Burns is a big jump in competition from the other guys he's been fighting. So it's going to be super interesting to see.
Yeah, we got to see what the next... Yeah, we could, if you could make it to that O'Malley one, we could go do that over there.
Yeah, 100%.
Because... I just stream off the Mac, and then we got like a big enough room for the 3 of us and stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be
tight.
fire, bro.
Yeah, I'm super
Because
down.
my homie, I was telling him about how he used to rap, and then I told him because I guess he's friends with the dude that what is it called, Valley Record.
Doozy.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I know Doozy. I know Doozy because I guess he used to always be at the studio.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, if I see your homies, I'll probably know who he is. I was like, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's a small ass world.
Yeah, they're still doing that. That was my my second episode. Was with Hippie Matt, who's we're all no class millionaires. Yeah. We all came up rapping together.
I remember when you guys were doing that.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we won a lot of competitions.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, bro, they had emotion. Yeah, at one point it was going crazy. I was like, I remember that shit.
Yeah, one of the coolest ones we did was at CAC. They did like an open mic where like if you win, you'll get like a radio time on fucking I forget what channel, 98.3 I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was cool. It was this is a funny story. So we ended up winning the competition. It was like a draw. Yeah. So we did the final, songs, and then the judges were like, it's a draw between No Class and then these other guys who are really good too. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember their names. And so we had to do one final song, and like we were locked in. So we're like, we got fucking 20 songs together. Let's do whatever. Let's do this one. And I think it was a song called Jeff Hardy. And in the song, it's me and Hippie Matt on the song. And I'm rhyming with this rhyme scheme of Swanton Bomb. Yeah. And so it ends with, off the top rope with the Swanton Bomb. And then the producer put in the fucking, oh God, Jeff Hardy, off the top. And it's a sample of him doing the Swanton Bomb. So when he does that, I find somewhere high to scale up. Yeah. And Hippie Matt jumps into the crowd because he's the second verse. Yeah. And so I jump off into the fucking crowd and I hit Hippie Matt with like the fucking flying elbow. And everyone was like, oh fuck. And then I get back up and I finish like a couple more bars. Yeah. And then Hippie Matt just like, he'll like, everyone kind of focuses on me. He'll like sneak around, and then right when my verse is done, he jumps in. Everyone's like, oh fuck, he's, so sick. that I think that's what won us the contest. And that's one of my favorite songs to perform.
That's fire.
And so we ended up winning that. And then we had this like radio thing where, I think it was 98.3. Don't fucking quote me on that. It was one of these like
I know what story you're talking about. I think it might have been.
And we all go there and we're all supposed to do like a freestyle to a beat, and they would have like promoted it and shown it. No one was ready.
Oh fuck.
No, nobody was. Like I tried, to be honest. I was like, I sat and I tried. The thing is, I tried to write some new shit, and I wasn't on that level of being able to like write some new shit, memorize it, and 3 days later, and then hit it all on beat, one take, right? And so we all get there and we put a beat on that kind of no one really was feeling like super heavy. Like it was a good beat. It was one of the beats one of the homies made, so it was good. But like it just wasn't the vibe. It was more like a battle rap beat. And we're kind of like more vibey like music. So like we all kind of just went up there. Couple of us kind of freestyle, just did our thing, and it was kind of just, not gonna lie, it was whack. Like we all kind of just didn't show up. That was point blank. No one showed up. Really. And so they didn't put our shit out, which I thank God they didn't. That would have been so embarrassing if they were like, look at these fucking idiots. And so, you know, you live and learn, but it is what it is.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fire, though, bro. That y'all made it to that, though, like, to that extent, bro.
Yeah, that was cool, like, going to the radio station and shit.
Did you guys open up for Game?
Yes.
Yes, I remember. See, that's how, like, so, little stuff was coming back to me. I was like, bro.
Opened up for the Game, and then went on tour with Too Short.
Bro, I've been meaning to ask you this for like years. You had a song that sounded like Eminem's Superman that you made a long time ago. What happened to that? Because it wasn't on SoundCloud no more.
I don't even remember, dog. Like,
you know what song I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea.
You made one that sounded like Eminem's Superman almost, bro. Something like that vibe type thing.
Hell yeah.
But then I went on SoundCloud and it was gone, bro.
Damn.
I got out of prison. I was like, bro.
Yeah, I've made so many songs I just don't even remember. Like,
that's crazy.
And then my fucking MacBook where I have all my old shit, it fucking broke. I think I accidentally stepped on it, so the screen's just shattered, so I have no fucking anything left. I have all my files on it, but that's an easy fix. I could go fix the screen and I'll get everything back. I just been lazy. But yeah, those were fun times. I still kind of like make music here and there. Like I got a bunch of unreleased stuff on my phone that is actually like some pretty good, some bangers that I got plans for. I just don't. I haven't set nothing in motion yet. Just because
that's sick.
I got a lot going on. So
yeah.
But yeah,
that's fire, bro.
Yeah, definitely the next UFC thing we got to get together. That'd be cool. Hopping in on your shit too. That'd
because that's what I told him. I was like, I hope he was down to come over here. I was like, he said he was. I was like, but you had got busy the last time, remember?
Yeah, just because I was getting ready for training camp and I just didn't want no distractions or nothing. Because also I have another buddy who's fighting July 13th. Okay. And I thought he said June, so I was like, yo, come to the pod whenever you get a free chance. He's like, oh, I don't know if, when I will. I was like, bro, it's just an hour, so whenever you get an hour free. Yeah. And then he posted his fight, it's in July. And I was like, oh, bro, my bad for pressing you on that, bro. Don't even focus on that shit. Yeah. And then we'll talk after. Plus, it's funner to talk after the fight.
Yeah. So
that was cool, but it's been fun. It's been a learning experience doing this fucking podcast and shit.
Yeah, bro. It's that I like doing it, bro. I feel like I needed it. It's like a little therapy session.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like I feel like we didn't stream the last week because the homie went to Vegas for vacation, and I was like, damn. I was like, fuck, I missed something. I forgot to do something. Yeah, like damn, it didn't seem right. But we'll be back tomorrow, actually. Live stream tomorrow. You doing anything tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Like
Saturday? Not in the morning, no.
Not in the morning? We're going to stream, I think, around 8 in the morning. I can send you the ad if you want to pull up tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I'm super down.
That'd be fucking fire.
I just got to let my lady know.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, just let me know, and then I'll send you the address.
Heck yeah.
Because, we're just going to do a quick live stream, and then we low-key got to work right after. Yeah, because we're pretty slammed at the shop right now.
Yeah. What do you stream on? You stream on Twitch?
Are you? No, I'll go on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
I go straight to YouTube. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do.
What software do you use to stream?
This is Streamlabs.
Do you like it?
Streamlabs.
I always hear about everybody using Streamlabs. I think I'm gonna switch over to that because I use some Ecamm Live. It's pretty fire, but I rather it doesn't have the option. It probably does. I just gotta look for it to where you can see the chat popping up.
Oh, yeah.
I have to read the chat myself. If not, they won't see it.
Yeah, they just updated to where you have, like, the little thing in the corner where chat will be.
Oh, that's
and, like,
sick.
you can, like,
yeah, see, I seen it on somebody's live stream.
Yeah.
And then when you react to videos, it puts you in the corner, right? Like you
can choose so, that. Like, this little setup right here, like, this is the camera feed.
Right.
And so you see all those little under sources.
Yeah.
So that's the video capture device. That's what we're on right now. And then right under that's the display capture. That'll be the desktop.
Okay.
So I got that. So you see how it's like above it?
Yeah.
So that means the overlay's above the desktop. And you can mess with the whole screen right there if I use the mouse. I just click up there and it'll highlight the box. And then I'll like make us smaller, and then you can see the desktop.
That's fine.
Or vice versa. I could put the desktop on top of this guy right here.
Yeah.
And then I could put a video in between us, and you could see the video in between us.
That's fine.
If we want to like watch that shit, I want to get like one day a producer or someone to just help out with that shit. Yeah. So I can be like, yo, Jamie, pull that shit.
Yeah,
out,
exactly.
Yeah. That shit be tight to be able
That's
to.
That's right.
Like,
me right now, I'm Jamie.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta be.
That's why I'm doing it this way, because this is literally just I don't gotta do nothing but hit record, and then like A lot of people, how do you guys do it? Well, you guys live stream too, so it's just all one thing. So you don't have to...
Before we were doing where I had to do it on the
audio and the camera.
The roadcaster and then the camera. And oh my God, I had to go home and match the voice.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie, there's like one where I could notice where I didn't. Like I got tired of trying. I was like, fuck it. Yeah. Wherever the voice lands, bro. I
tried to mess with that like a year ago. I tried to do like a solo little like I was talking about. I didn't know what to talk about, so I was like the fight this weekend. I had like a mic, and I was recording off my phone, and then recording the audio, and then I put it together, and it was like on, and then it would get off, and I'm like, how the fuck? Like, how do I even?
Because one would probably lag, huh?
No, it was just like, so like I learned now like what people do would be like, though when they do the audio and video together, you're supposed to clap. And then wait a couple seconds and clap again. And so when you look at the audio track, there'll be a big spike. Yeah. So you just line those up because it'll be really easy to line those up. Yeah, I know. It's so fucking easy. Not like looking back at it, it's so easy. So you just line those up and then everything else should be good.
Damn, bro. Yeah. My dumb ass, I was like, this one's 6 hour, 15 minutes, and 3 seconds. All right, I'm gonna just shave this one. No,
I did the same thing. I was like so fucking rookie about it, and like still am. But yeah, this is way easier because it captures the audio and the video at the same time. So I'm like, this was
literally the picture of Young Thug helping Lil Durk right there. That's what you just did right
there. Yep, 100%.
Bro, just locked me in right now. Damn, that's crazy.
And so my goal is to either get. I like the one camera thing. Yeah. You know, I don't really care, you know, having like a camera on you, a camera on me, a camera on all of us. Oh, yeah, like one of the biggest podcasts in the world, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, they got one fucking camera.
One camera, bro,
and they're sitting there on the couch the whole time.
That's what I always say. I'm like, bro, like, honestly, just keeping it simple is always 100%, the most fire.
100%.
Because I wanted, like, with the Ecamm Live, it's so fire because how I'm off the Mac. It'll connect to any iPhone that's in the room. Mm-hmm. So then, like, I could set up any iPhone anywhere.
Yep. Same thing here. If I, get my phone, all I got to do is hit source, add camera, and then that pops up to where it's like, do you want to, it'll send a link to my phone.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, so all I got to do is just click the link, and then boom, my phone's the camera. So I technically could get a better camera with my phone. Yeah. But I mean, it's fine right now.
Yeah, it's still like, honestly, and that's why I was like, honestly, people are just really more listening.
Yeah, please. I'm not doing this for the video type shit. Yeah. As long as I could get good audio, and people could just throw it on in the background on YouTube, like they're not even watching it.
Like we had it on at work. And I was really just more listening than because I'm just trying to smash out, do whatever I'm doing.
Exactly.
But that's just sick though.
Yeah, that's like 99% of how I consume every podcast is in the headphone.
Just straight in the headphone.
I'm doing some shit, and I'm just or I turn it on the TV. You know what I mean? Every now and then I like to watch a fucking podcast or whatever, but like it's not. That's not the biggest deal for me. And so it'd be cool to get like another camera maybe, but. I definitely want to get another mic. Just one more mic so I can sit here with this mic and then just get really clear audio. You sit with one mic and then a fucking another TV desk tray, which is $5, but that'll be the upgrade for me.
Damn, that's sick. How much you built that from scratch, the PC?
I didn't build it. I bought it.
Okay.
Off iBuyPower. And so like 2020, COVID was coming and there was a big shortage on silicone. Right. Which is what they make graphic card GPUs with, the graphics cards and the fucking like the chips.
Oh, what?
They have like certain materials that they make it with, and there was a big shortage on everything. So like the prices skyrocketed. Like you would have thought tariffs were fucking shit up back in the day. Like a GPU is probably like a real solid one, $700 to $800.
Right.
They were running for like $1,500 to $2,000. Literally, the price of my PC like was just one fucking graphics card, so I went on iBuyPower and they were getting them all the parts for market value because like that's what they do. It's like they're a brand, so they could get all the parts for whatever they build it and then they send it to you. So the cheapest way was to go through them, and so I bought this one off iBuyPower.com. You go on there, you could customize, put in whatever parts you want. They tell you what parts are like what this one is. Yeah, okay. Like it's like pretty much tiers. Like they'll do bronze tier parts that are like these are okay, they're cheaper, they're that'll get the job done. But then we got the better parts, and then so I was like, bro, let me get all the fucking badass shit.
Right? Yeah. Damn, that's sick. Cause I've been wanting one. I want a PC for real.
Yeah, dude. It's honestly content wise, it's the way to go.
Yeah, and that's why I see everybody always just has that too. So I'm like, man, I need to get one, bro.
Yeah. What I really want to do is find somebody else. I've been trying to tell my best friends because my one buddy has a PC and his PC's fucking damn near better than mine. And all he needs is a fucking a cam and a mic. Right. And I'm like, bro, that's less than $200. You just need, maybe 200
that really
something
is,
bucks.
It's cheaper than you think.
Yeah. And like if you just get a mic and a camera, we could do webcasts every week. You know what I mean? Like a webcam podcast where like a bunch of my favorite YouTubers do that, and I don't think there's a problem with it.
Tap in through video call, really.
Yeah, exactly. You just zoom each other.
Yeah. Shit, I'll do that. I got
easy.
I got that at my house.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I got a mic and I got all that. Yeah, because I was doing originally this how content started at the crib. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then now my boss was like, "Hey, just use the studio."
Yeah, dude, it'd be dope to just like once a week, or once every 2 weeks or something. Just jump in on a fucking hour.
That'd be hard.
Podcast.
I'll be down. Let me know because I've been wanting to just stream more than just once.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I feel like once doesn't do it.
Yeah, no, consistency's key.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
There was a time when Dragon Ball Sparking came out. There's a Dragon Ball video game. It's a fight game.
Oh, okay.
It came out, and when it first came out, it didn't even run on my PC that well. Well, it did for 2 weeks, and then there was like this big bug where it didn't work for fucking months. I was pissed. And then they updated it and it started working again, and when they updated it they added a bunch of new characters, so I was like, fuck yeah, let's play this shit. And I was on pretty much every other day, and I was getting like 3,000 views per stream, and I was only streaming for an hour and a half. And so I'd get like 80 people in the chat, and it would just be like, it'd be like 8, well, I think the peak was 80, and then it would drop down to like 40, but then it'd go up to 60, drop down to like 30, go back up to 70.
That's on Twitch?
No, that was on YouTube.
Oh shit.
And so I was streaming on YouTube Shorts. So it's a lot more traffic because people get on YouTube and they'll go to Shorts and they'll scroll, and when you scroll, it's like TikTok. Every now and then a live will pop up.
I was watching some dude just play roulette, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what? Mm-hmm. And there was hella people in the chat.
It's on the Shorts, right?
Yeah, and it's just some random dude.
So I figured I was getting more traffic there, so I was like, because I was doing the regular, like, horizontal streaming, like, just the big, the big regular streaming.
Yeah, on actual
no views, just dead.
It's hard, bro. It's hard to get traction.
And so I was like, let me try the short. And I started doing the shorts, and then for that specific game, I was getting a bunch of people in and out. And then I was like, this is dope, but I don't want to fucking stream Dragon Ball every time I fucking stream.
All the time.
I'm a gamer. I like playing all the fucking dope games that come out that I like to play, you know what I mean? So... And then, honestly, that took a big hit because I started playing other games. And then, like, a bunch of people who found me from Dragon Ball, like, a bunch of Dragon Ball fucking accounts started subscribing to me. So I got to kind of, like, base a little bit of my content off Dragon Ball a little bit, which I'm totally fine with. Yeah. And, a lot of people started leaving, but it's like I don't even have 500 followers yet, and you need 500 subscribers plus a certain amount of watch time to get monetized.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
that's fire though. They recently lowered it, to that. It used to be more.
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it was, but
they renewed it. Supposedly it's easier now.
Yeah, no, it is. It's been a lot easier. The hardest thing right now is the watch time hours. So I was killing it. I was killing it when I was streaming, and I was getting a lot of people in, and that's where I was kind of like, damn, I kind of shot myself in the foot because you need 3,000 watch time hours.
Oh shit!
Which is a lot.
That's a lot, bro.
And doing that. The streaming, people were watching me for an hour. And that's 50 people. So that's 50 hours every fucking time. So I was kind of farming hours. I was like, bet, this is a cheat code.
That's hard.
So I was streaming a lot. And then when I was like, all right, I'm gonna start streaming other shit, people started, you know, not watching. And so now I'm like hard stuck at 1,500. So I'm like halfway there.
Oh shit.
And I only need like 20 more subscribers. I got like 480. So it's like,
and I'm not. Chat,
yeah, exactly. Damn. And I'm not like in a rush. Like I said, I'm a super small channel still, so it's not even a thing. And like the podcasts lately have been doing pretty good. Like the first one got like 80 views and like with the average watch time of like 10, 12 minutes, which is good. So it's like, you know, that's 80 people watching it for fucking 10 minutes, you know, that's fucking however many, you know.
Yeah. Damn, that's sick.
Yeah, so I'm just enjoying it. Yeah. You know, there was Joe just had this director on, Roberto Rodriguez.
I haven't seen that one yet.
This fool, he made Sin City. He made, you ever seen Sin City?
Yeah.
He made that.
Show, right?
No, movie. It's like Black and Gray.
Yeah.
It's an old
I've never
one.
seen it, but I remember the, like...
Badass fucking movie. Okay. And he's, like, worked with Tarantino pretty much his whole life. Like, him and Tarantino kind of came up together. Okay. He's made all kind... Like, his range is crazy. He'll make movies like Sin City that are super crazy... Right. Fucking gory, and then he'll make like kid movies. He made Spy Kids, so he made all the Spy Kids.
He made Spy Kids,
yes, bro.
What the fuck?
And so he talks about how like it doesn't matter what the content is, and it doesn't matter. You shouldn't make something, and if it pops off, you go, I want to try to do that again.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah, it's like don't even, because once you go, can I do that again? You're shooting yourself in the foot. It's like just make whatever and then just post it, because you never know what that's gonna be. Right. You know what I mean? Like I did my biggest on YouTube at least, is me in my Iron Man mask, and it's a 6-second video of me opening the Iron Man mask with a dumbass face, and I'm like, let's get it, you know? And it's just like that shit had like 40K views on Shorts, and I'm like, I didn't even think, you know what I mean?
It's probably because it's so quick too, huh? It's just such a short length.
And I've been kind of messing with that. Yeah,
I noticed when the shorter, the better.
Exactly.
Because attention spans aren't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
When I try to do like a funny skit and it goes over 30 seconds, I'm kind of like, I don't think people.
The Eminem one, that one had me crying.
That's my most. So it would have been my most. Dude, Instagram is fucking dumb, bro. I posted that shit. And when I first posted it, it was like real viral traction.
I seen that it was just going stupid.
Like 3.
I was like, oh.
At first, it was like 50K in like a day or two, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then for months, it was like 2 months, it was out. It didn't even hit 100K yet, and then out of nowhere, the next day, 350,000 views. Whoa, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just climbing. And then I literally check it the next day after like finding out I was going viral like that. The next day, Instagram took that shit off.
What the fuck? For what?
Someone had to report it because I reposted it, right? I waited a couple months because they didn't appeal it. They didn't. I tried to get it back. They said fuck no. I was like,
what the fuck?
I was like, what could it have been? Like, there's no. I'm not enticing any violence. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. The only thing I could think of was the ending when I'm doing the finger guns. And like I'm like, this is so obvious a joke. Like, what are we talking about?
It is hilarious, bro.
And so
bro said that shit had me crying.
That was the only thing I could think of that maybe would have gotten it down.
Yeah.
And so I waited a couple months, I reposted it, hoping, you know, they wouldn't take it down again. Thank God they haven't yet. And it didn't do as great, but it still hit 200,000. It's like 195,000. So I'm like, I'm fine.
That's fine.
And so, what pissed me off though was other people like this time were, and it doesn't really piss me off because, like, promotion is promotion or whatever.
Right.
Other people were reusing it.
Oh yeah, like where they
remixing it, and then they were putting like a different caption.
And theirs are going stupid.
And not as good as mine. So that's why I did it mine. But it was going like 50K for them, 30K. So I was like, that's cool. Yeah. But they weren't, you know, tagging me in it. You know what I mean? Or they weren't like giving me credit. Like, you know, I don't even care. You could do a whole post, but at the very, very end, just tag
At least even just put it where people could click on who's tagged in the video.
Exactly. You don't yeah. And so no one was doing that, so I was just commenting on them and like, yo, this is my video. Thanks for remixing it, but tag me next time. And I was getting kind of caught up in that, and I was kind of like, at first I was bitter.
Yeah.
And so this one dude, he stole it, didn't even reply to my comment. So the next day I try to report it, and this is how I know Instagram is bullshit. Because I went a little Karen on them, and I was like, I'm gonna report. It got taken down the first time. They're gonna take it down this time. Yeah. Bro, reported that shit. I got a message the next day. What? No, this shit actually doesn't go against community guidelines, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it doesn't? Then why the fuck was it taken off then?
What the
fuck?
Dude,
piss me the fuck off, bro. But it is. After that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to get into no more negativity. It is what it is.
Bro.
Super hating. But it is what it is. What I'm really fucking with right now, and I believe, and so... Do you know Tony Stadavoci? I think that's his fucking
I'd have to see it.
He's the long hair fool who does the funny videos. He's got like super long hair, this big old Mexican. Well, he's Albanian, I think, but he kind of looks Mexican. But he's he makes funny videos, right?
Yeah.
And he's like one of the most popular funny skit guys.
Okay.
Like he don't miss. Like his shit is hilarious. And he was talking about how he's like, bro, TikTok. Like, you just got to get on TikTok.
That's
like,
what everybody keeps telling me, bro.
Brother, I fucking posted one of my dumbass clips.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't think I'm the funniest guy in the world. I just make shit to just be funny. And I'm not trying to be the funniest guy. 500,000 views on TikTok. What? And I had no followers. I had 23 followers.
I just found out what a Galaxy was. It's like $500 and some where they could donate to.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you get past a certain like monetization, people could donate and shit. And so like that's what I really want for like streaming. I want to just be able to hop on stream because I got a couple of like the OG guys who still hop in my stream and they're like, bro, are you monetized yet? Like just let me know when you are because I'm gonna be the first donation. Like
damn, so you have to. So I can't get super chats yet on YouTube.
No, not until you get monetized, bro. Yeah,
that's
you gotta
crazy.
You gotta hit 500 subscribers and then the watch time.
I'm gonna just post my Cash App chat.
Yeah, facts. If you want to donate, you don't gotta super chat it. Nah, facts though. Dude, I be seeing people, and I don't want to do this, but I'm kind of like, would this work? There's this one dude who, he's laying in bed asleep on live stream, and on his like projector, he's projecting like another video, and it's counting his subscribers. And he goes, it wakes me up at every 10K. So he's farming subscribers just sleeping there doing that. And I'm like, that's so
just
cheap.
Set up a little cot in here.
Yeah, like I can't do that. I wouldn't feel good about myself doing that, but that shit's fucking smart as fuck.
Low key, yeah. If you just got it in you to just be able to. Yeah, I don't know what the furthest I'd go for subscribers is like that. You know,
yeah,
I don't think it's that though.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a little cheap for me. Like I'd just rather be authentic. You know? That's the best way to go.
Like I could for sure never feel myself giving a homeless person food.
No,
that's insane, bro. I don't know how people do.
Absolutely
that,
not.
bro.
I
like,
can't.
Fuck.
Or giving them money. You know what I mean? Like I can't feel myself doing that.
Yeah,
that
shit's insane.
It's obviously for followers.
Yeah, bro.
You know.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I have been thinking though. I want to do like a Mr. Beast contest.
That would be hard.
Like just like with the homies though, strictly homies.
Yeah.
One of y'all are gonna get $1,000. You know what I mean?
Sick.
That shit would be cool as fuck.
That'd be hard.
Like obviously to help grow the channel, but obviously too, it's like that shit would be cool. Yeah, that shit would be cool giving the homie $1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like maybe give second, third place prizes so nobody walks away with like, man. And then like, you know, the homies hate each other now.
That'd be hard.
But it would be cool to do something like that because then it's like, bro, don't even sweat it if you lost this one. I'm going to bring you back for the next whatever it is.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
There's going to be another one.
Yeah, like it's not even like that. If the channel grows and you guys are a part of that, I'm going to take y'all with me. You know what I mean? It's not even like that. You know? Literally just like Mr. Beast. Like all his first videos are him and his homies.
Yeah.
And they're still in it today.
That's
you know what
sick.
I mean? I'm just kind of figuring out, like, what should I do? Like, what should the game or the contests be? Because I don't want to kind of take, you know, other people's, like... It would just be funny to do, like, $1,000 Uno tournament.
That would be hard.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I feel like... That's what I keep thinking. And then I heard someone say something. They're like, bro, no like, real... Like thing is original idea. Like it's like it's just remade somehow.
Yep. Same thing. That's like, everything. That's music.
Because I wanted to do like a spade stream or like a domino stream because I seen this one podcast I watched, they were literally playing Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? And then, like, I sat there for the whole 4 hours watching them do that shit. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Full Dungeons and Dragons fucking, like, game nights.
That would be hard.
That I've seen. Like, that's what people do, bro. Like, they'll just fucking have a game night where the whole thing is just them playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I seen a domino stream. I was like, bro, that's fire.
They live stream
like,
everything, bro.
Sick, yeah.
You know, do you know Nick Merckx?
No, I don't know.
He live streams him playing blackjack. Like, same shit, you know what I mean?
I see
like
clips of people on shorts all the time where they're doing that. Or like you seen the one where the dude plays like blackjack online, but he tries to rizz up the car dealer. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That one's fire. It's like some Russian dude too.
That's funny as fuck.
That's just fire. I'm like, damn. That always gets me stuck watching those ones.
Yeah, dude. I don't know about the internet gambling. I'd be too sus about the house.
Yeah, I would never trust. I barely trust the real thing.
Casinos. Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, no, I've never gambled.
No.
Like in real life, I've only done sport betting. But one of my goals is to, like, I want to play blackjack. One of my biggest dreams ever is to fucking get a $50K bonus after a UFC fight, go straight to a casino,
put it on,
and put $10K on a Texas Hold'em tournament. I would love to fucking play Texas Hold'em. Or maybe like some blackjack. That should be dangerous.
Tight. So you've never been inside a casino?
I've been in casinos, but I've never gambled.
Played?
Yeah. Anytime I've been in one, I was never old enough to gamble.
I play roulette a lot. That's bad, bro.
That's crazy.
I don't like being in there like that. Like, I like being in there, but I don't like being in there.
That's like one of the harder fucking things to bet on.
I just play like the color, though. I don't play by the number. I just play by the color because I could sit there for a while. I could just
it's 50-50. Yeah. You know?
And then I'll do like the minimum bet, like $2 sometimes. Mm-hmm. But if I'm getting real crazy, like I'll start doing like 10, 15. It's just... It gets crazy, bro.
Yeah, that would be my goal, to like get at like not a super expensive blackjack table to where I could just like bet $15 this hand.
That'd be hard, yeah.
You know, and then maybe get a little bit to where I'm like, all right, I'll bet 30 this hand.
That'd be sick, though. Go after a fight, $50K bonus, just put 10 on something.
Yeah, that should just be fun, you know? Like, why not? Maybe make it back. Fucking Dana White gambles all his fucking money away.
I don't know if he's a gambler, bro.
I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but that shit, come on, brother.
Yeah.
We're doing that publicly.
That's insane.
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's
I think that's crazy, bro. After all the heat he gets
that's
for like
what I was
fighter
thinking.
pay,
I was
he's
like,
just
bro,
like, yo.
And then he's paying like Steve's tab off. I was like, damn, bro.
I love Dana White. I think he's a cool motherfucker. That shit is that's ballsy of him to do. I should just. Yeah. That's all I'm trying to say. Is like he's got fucking balls to be doing that shit publicly.
Yeah, that's just crazy, bro. Just doesn't give a fuck, though. No. It's like, bro.
He's the boss, dog. Yeah. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. At the end of the day, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. People want to fight here
regardless, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like, UFC ain't fucking going nowhere. You know? They're a little bit of a monopolized organization. Because, like, you're not going to go anywhere else and get the stardom that,
facts.
You know, like, UFC is such a big fan base. If you're ranked... Like, you get a lot of fans just from being in the top 15. Bro. You know, getting ranked is a big deal. You know what I mean?
I seen, I used to go watch the UFC fights, like, at the theater. Mm-hmm. And I used to go to, like, the Gilbert one in, like, Santan Village or something. Bro, I first ever seen, like, when Sean O'Malley was, like, first getting, like, super popping. Mm-hmm. Like, little kids, like, a dad bought, like, a whole row out for kids, and they were all, like, just all Sean O'Malley fans going crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I was like, this is insane.
That's how you know.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's how you know when you reach that next level is when kids are coming to watch you fight type.
Because they were, like, saying, what he said on the Contender Series is like, this is the sugar show. Yeah. They were like, just kept repeating that. I was like, God damn.
That's fucking awesome.
Crazy.
I've met him a couple times because him and his coach, they always come out to do all the jiu-jitsu tournaments, or like they'll you know, support their teams. They'll come out and just say what's up.
Right.
That's the cool thing about Arizona. Arizona has always had one of the biggest jiu-jitsu grappling like events.
Oh, for real?
Pretty much all the state, all the whole country. Like a lot of the big tournaments happen in Cali or Vegas or whatever, right. But in terms of like state to state competition, Arizona's like up there with like it's top 3 in my opinion, top 2.
Damn.
And we have, so like looking at it as a like mixed martial artist, I would say Arizona has one of the best grappling.
Oh, for real?
Grappling foundations. Like every gym you go to is gonna have really good grappling, really high level wrestlers, high level jiu-jitsu guys.
Right.
Gustavo Dantes, who is the coach for my coach, he started a AZBJJF, Arizona Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation.
Okay.
And he carbon copies the biggest tournament out there, the most prestigious one, IBJJF, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. Carbon copies, same mats, same wall barriers, same judging tables, same scoring, same everything. Like literally rule to rule, mat to mat, everything is literally the same to help us get ready for those big matches. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So it's like, if we want to go win IBJJF, we better be doing the same exact style of tournaments, and like this is the spot to be. Like no other state is doing it the same way.
That's sick.
You have to go to a legit IBJJF tournament to even get that kind of like repping. But like he does everything carbon copy of them. So there's a ton of people in Arizona that, you know, go to Worlds and they place, or they fucking go to Pan Ams and place. Yeah. So it's been a blessing being able to be out here and grow up into like that grappling.
Because you've been doing it forever, right?
Yeah,
like,
since I was 13.
Young, right? Yeah, because I remember like in high school always hearing about how you were always doing it. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, 14 years, dude.
That's what I told the homie. I was like, he's the original person I ever heard like any type of like martial arts, like I heard like talks of it. Was you from school? I was like, damn.
Yeah, the OGs are me, Jesus Ramos, and Abel Ramos.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you're faking it. Yeah. And I want to give props to Joseph Rivas as well.
Oh yeah.
Joseph from Eloy, this little dude's badass. And I don't want to say
boxers, right?
like that, but yeah, he's a boxer now. He's done everything. He's done Muay Thai, MMA, but he's really found his spot in boxing, and I'm really happy for him because he's a fucking little scrapper. And he used to be on the wrestling team at Vista.
The brother boxes too, right? I know.
Yeah, he used to do MMA.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's sick.
Yep. Bro. Their whole family did martial arts and shit, but Joseph is like the standout. He's a bad little motherfucker, but yeah, if you're not one of us four, like there are other guys who are, you know, OGs in the game, but they're not about shit. They kind of sucked. You know what I mean? They're like they hit their exactly. They hit their peak, and it wasn't that great. But in terms of like real like. I haven't yet got to show what I could do outside of my amateur fights, but like there's no one doing it like Abel and Jesus.
Right,
and, like I want to die. That's what I'm doing next. You know what I mean? And once I can start proving myself in the professional realm, it's us three. We're the Mount Rushmore of CG, Eloy. You know, throw Joseph up there. We're the Mount Rushmore of real fighters that came out of Casa Grande.
Hell yeah.
And there's I don't want to expose or say any names because I don't want to sound like a hater, but there's gyms out there in Casa Grande that just suck. Like some MMA gyms that are like the coach there has never done anything in his life, and if he has, it's all half-ass shit. It's just you're gonna get your fighters hurt, bro. Like that's how I feel about it, and it's sad to see because it's like I care, you know, I care about shit like that, and. You know, they got McDojos out there, and that's all it is. Like, it sucks to see a McDojo. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people actually...
And to actually be able to see and to see people actually
going in there and like, oh, yeah, I'm actually learning something.
Feeling
and it's like
getting confident like that.
You're just going to get people hurt, bro. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, like, self-defense is better than no self-defense. Yeah. But, like... And I'm totally for it, right? Like, go in there, learn your self-defense, whatever... But if you're branding your school as like, yeah, we got fighters here, and I got fighters that fight for organizations and this and that, and I'm like, bro, those dudes are just gonna get hurt, bro. Like you're literally you're leading them down the wrong path. You know? If you're doing it for your self-defense, totally fine. I love that for you. I love that for the gym. But once you start
try to go compete or something,
come on, dude. And like I get it if it's jiu-jitsu, because the worst thing that can happen is you tap out. Right. Tap out before you get injured. You know what I mean? And that's just being aware of whatever you're in. Yeah. But in a fight, dude, you get kicked in the fucking head, bro. Right. And in Arizona, the amateur rules are pretty much professional rules. There's no headgear, no shin guards. So you just can't elbow or knee in the face, but it's like, okay, but I could straight up head kick you, which is almost worse. You know?
Fuck, bro.
So that's why I'm like, bro, the next time I fight out here, at least, you gotta pay me for that shit.
Oh, God.
I ain't taking nothing to the face without no fucking pay anymore, you know?
For sure.
Thankfully, I've never gotten, cracked clean in a fight.
I think I seen one of you boxed before too, huh?
Yeah, I had an amateur boxing fight. Well, I got paid for it, but it was like a smoker. It was what we call like just a shitty like exhibition,
right?
Kind of like we call them smokers. Where they're in Alaska, there's no athletic commission.
Oh fuck!
So
oh shit! So it's just
technically every fight's a fucking professional fight.
Holy shit!
And even like they have an organization out there. I don't know if it's still around. It's called AFC, Alaska Fighting Championship.
Right.
And even they don't even have a commission. So like anything could fucking happen, and you don't you can't sue nobody. It's all fucked. But yeah, that shit was funny. The dude, I fought this dude, and like I said, I'm a fighter. I take the shit serious. I go out there. Dude gets in the ring with gym shorts and Tim's on.
I seen that. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I didn't know who he was. I didn't, I just remember turning around and seeing him for the first time going, I'm gonna fuck this dude up in front of fucking 400 people right now.
Fuck, bro.
And so, like, that's why I was kind of, like, playing with him that whole fight. I was kind of taunting him, like, come on, come hit me. Got against the ropes because I knew he was just going to throw a bunch of wild punches. Yeah, in the second round. Yeah, I dropped him in the first roll, a standing 8 count in the first round. And then he stopped it in the second round, the ref. So that was fun, though. It was fun to whoop someone's ass in front of people, but it's like, dude, you're going to, like, that's the same thing, bro. You're going to get yourself hurt, dog. Like, dude. So I was going to the body a lot, and then at the end, the flurry to the head, I was kind of just like Nate Diaz, 50%. Just all combos. I was just putting it in his face until the ref stopped, but...
Fuck, bro.
That was an interesting time.
Basketball shorts at Tings is fire.
Dude, Alaska is the fucking Wild West, bro.
That's insane. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That shit's crazy out there.
So that's where you went all the way to Alaska for that fight?
Yeah, so like to reel it back a little bit so this is kind of like a long story a little bit. So when I first got into MMA, watching UFC, I was really young. I was like 10, right?
Oh,
so I watched Matt Hughes beat GSP the first time.
Oh, shit.
Watched GSP rematch him and beat him twice. Yeah. Then I watched GSP become champ, lose it, get it back, and then watched every title fight after that. I never missed a GSP fight.
Damn.
I watched BJ Penn become the lightweight champ. I watched Rampage Jackson knock out Chuck Liddell.
Damn.
Like, I've watched every fucking fight, bro. Like, damn near.
Shit.
And, like, they were playing, reruns on Spike of old, shit, of Pride, old UFC events.
Oh, shit, yeah, because they used to replay all that, huh, on Spike TV. Damn, that's crazy.
And then it went over to, like, some different, like, Fuse TV and shit, so... And then WEC started coming out, and that was a thing. And so WEC was kind of owned by Zuffa, so the same people that owned UFC. So I was like really into WEC, and WEC was where Jose Aldo became champ. Uriah Faber was champ first before Jose Aldo. And then Matt Brown, Dominic Cruz.
Okay.
And the only thing they didn't have was a 125-pound division, but it was the first MMA league who had 145 and 135. Right.
Oh shit.
Besides that, UFC was just 155. And so Jose Aldo was the champ, and he beat the fuck out of Uriah Faber. But the whole team Alpha Male, that was like those were my favorite guys to watch, because it was Uriah Faber, Chad Mendes, Joseph Benavidez, all these little dudes that were like all grapplers. And I started doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling first. I was like, I fuck with these dudes. This is how I'm gonna fight. Like that's me right there. And they're all little. And I knew I wasn't gonna be a 55er. Like that was my goal at first. It was like 55er, but I was like, no, these guys got smaller divisions. Right. And so I'm watching these guys, and they're all wrestlers, right? Yeah. They just throw overhand rights, weird wonky kicks, combos, because I watch good strikers. I've seen Silva strike. I've seen fucking Jose Aldo strike. These dudes aren't on the same level as striking, right? And then the UFC buys WEC, right? And within that time, Team Alpha Male, they hired Dwayne Ludwig to come be the striking coach over at Team Alpha Male. And I started watching Joseph Benavidez start knocking dudes out on the feet, with nasty combos. And then I see Chad Mendes went on a 7-fight knockout streak. Oh, shit. And then I see Uriah Faber knocking dudes out on the feet, and he never did, right? He just threw an overhand right, but he was bobbing, weaving, countering, throwing beautiful combos, and, like, just their distance management and shit. And then I was like, I seen it. And I was like, I could tell these dudes did something different. Like,
right.
I know who their striking coach is. There's no way it's the same guy.
Yeah.
And so I looked into it, and lo and behold, it was Dwayne Ludwig. And then Renan Barão beats the fuck out of Uriah Faber, you know, for 5 rounds. Just ragdolls him everywhere on the feet.
Right.
And so the next fight, Renan Barão was supposed to fight somebody, I forget who. They end up falling out, and TJ Dillashaw gets it on like 5-week notice or something like that. And then everybody, and even including me, was like, bro, TJ's about to get fucked up by this guy. Like, Team Alpha Male, I don't know if their striking's, you know, up to par yet. We've seen TJ get slept in the finals of The Ultimate Fighter. And I was already a big TJ fan, but I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know if he's going to do it. And then he goes out there and puts on probably, in my opinion, the best performance I've ever seen an underdog have against a fucking guy who's on a 30-fight win streak. You know what I mean?
Shit,
and it's the striking, and it was all striking. From round 1 to round 5, it was the most beautiful striking techniques I've ever seen in my life. It was like, dude, it's a mix of Dominic Cruz and Anderson Silva and fucking like Israel Adesanya. Like, dude, TJ changed the whole fucking game. Like, Dominic Cruz, his striking helped change the game with his footwork and his ankles and shit. Yeah. TJ and Dwayne and all them, they took a bunch of shit and they made it better. You know? And, like, Dwayne is a very, very high-level striker in his own right. And he's surrounded by high-level strikers his entire life. He was a K1 champion. He had the fastest knockout in the UFC prior to George Masvidal.
Oh, okay.
And so when TJ did that, I was like, there's nobody, I want to fight like TJ. That's it.
Shit.
I want to fight like him. Yeah. That's who I want to fight like. He's good on the ground, and that fucking striking right there, if I want to hang, because, like, my thought process was, what if I can't take down whoever I want to fight?
Oh, shit.
What if I can't get them down?
Yeah, damn.
You know, if I can't get them down and I can't fucking fight on the feet, I'm getting fucked up like Faber. Because that's how I just watched Faber get fucked up on the feet. And it's like, he didn't use his wrestling at all, and when he did, he was getting stuffed. You know, like Jose Aldo, he has like one of the highest fucking takedown defense rates of all time. He's like, it's over 95% takedown defense. Shit. It's insane. Damn. If you watch the Merab fight, Merab takes everybody down. He couldn't fucking take Jose Aldo down once, so he held him against the cage the whole time, right? Yeah. But so it's like, dude, if you can't take these guys down, you better be able to fucking strike with them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Izzy, bro. Like, it's hard to get him down. Right. Good luck fucking striking with them. Yeah, you know? Exactly. Yeah. And so that was my whole thought process, and I was like, I figured out he's there in Colorado. I'm gonna go to, because so Alpha Male was in Sacramento. Right. Dwayne ends up leaving Team Alpha Male after getting, you know, a bunch of money, saving all that up with all the fighters. He wants to open up his own shit. Opens up his own thing right up, you know, just a couple hours north. So I'm like, bro, I'm going to fucking So my dad actually funded the first trip for me to go out there, and I was out there, or I was with my uncle for 2 weeks. Yeah. And so he just, you know, paid Dwayne whatever the 2-week drop-in fee was, and I was out there for 2 weeks, and I was like, yo, this shit is sick. What? And fucking TJ Dillashaw was right there. No. Right next to me, you know, doing drills with his partner, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, that's how I'm going to do the drill. And I would just copy him. And Dwayne's running the fucking class. You know what I mean? Shit. And so the next time I want to go out there, Dwayne opened up dorms. So you could rent out a dorm for $1,000 for, you know, 1 month. It's $1,500. What? Save up any other money and use it for food. There's a fucking Walmart right that literally walking distance from the gym. You don't need to worry about food. You just go get your food. So save up money for food and then train. Every class is for, you know, it's paid for. So you just train as much as you can. Yep. You just train as much as you can. So I was training 3 times a day, morning, dude, like straight, just like, I'm sitting there, bro, and fucking TJ sitting there lacing up, and he goes, bro, my fucking head is killing me. And I'm like, that's the mentality right there. Yeah. Because, like, I've had days where my head kills me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not going to training today. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's like, I'm in here, you know? So, like, just being around that was, like, just made me better.
It's already inspiring, huh? Like, just fucking, damn, that shit's sick.
And so, in the middle of that training, Dwayne was flying back and forth, and so was TJ from Cali. Okay. So TJ was there like at the beginning, and then he went to Cali to go train at he opened a gym out there, and I forget what it's called. and he was flying Dwayne back and forth to do, lessons like 4 days out of the week. Then Dwayne would come back to, teach 3 days out of the week there. So when he was doing that, he flew this guy named Seth Stacy. One of his, at the time, was a purple belt.
Right.
Because he has his own belt system in the Muay Thai.
Oh, shit.
So he flew him back out. I'm going to turn this fan on real quick. It's a little hot. Nope. I need one of those like silent fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that one that doesn't have that thing. Yeah. That's the only. That's another fucking. That picks up on this?
No, but that I want to get like a little silent fan because that's like a con. Like that shit gets the fucking room a little hot, and then just us talking kind of just heats up
for
the
sure
room.
Heats up. Yeah.
We're both fucking glistening right now.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so he flew out Seth Stacy. And Seth's pretty much running class, and Seth is staying in the same dorm as I am. Oh, shit. And so I got, like, literal, and, like, it's a dorm, but it's a house.
Yeah.
So we literally watched hella fights.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, yeah, he should have threw this, this, and that. And then he looks at me like, you see that? I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's just cutting, it's just cutoffs, he's just cutting them off with this, or, he should have threw the cross kick right there. And coach was like, okay. And then so he's like looking, and then he'll start testing me with whatever we're watching.
Yeah.
And then he'll start breaking down like, you see that? He should have threw this, this, and that. You see this combo? And then I'm like, fuck yeah, I see that. And so me and him start fucking getting a good chemistry together.
Holy shit.
And I fucking tell him, I'm like, yo, straight up, like, for real, I'll be your TJ Dillashaw. Like, I don't fucking give a fuck. Like, I want to be that mother. I want to be him.
Yeah.
The same thing Kobe said about Michael Jordan.
Right.
When they're like, don't look at him in the eyes. And he's like, why wouldn't I? That's me. I'm him.
Yeah.
I am Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, bro, I want to be that.
Hard.
And so I was getting like mid sessions from him. We were doing a lot of private lessons, and then one of my buddies from the gym, he took me over to Team Elevation, which is in Colorado, and that's where Corey Sandhagen is, Neil Magny, Drew Dober, all these guys. They're all training there. So I get in there and I see all these UFC fighters. I'm like, oh fuck, and so it's sparring day. So we're just all sparring and shit. I don't even know who the fuck I'm sparring, bro.
Oh shit.
Spar this one kid. And then the next round, spar this other guy. Third round, I go into the cage where all the UFC fighters are, and I see this one dude just all geared up. I was like, he looks like he's my size, and I picked him out. He had full headgear on and shit, so I didn't even know who he was. And then after the fact, we're leaving the gym, and my buddy goes, "Who'd you spar today?" And I was like, "Oh, a couple guys, isn't that?" And then I seen that one dude across the lot, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I sparred that guy too. That was actually really fun, like competitive one right there." And he looks at me, and goes, "You sparred Corey Sandhagen?"
What the
And I was like, shit, I sparred Corey Sandhagen. Yes, I did.
Sick,
yeah.
Bro.
And so that was,
shit.
Corey will never remember that, but it's something I'll always remember,
bro,
and so
that's fucking sick.
After realizing that, I go, dude, I could fucking hang. I could hang with the fucking the elite of the elite. Like, I could hang. Bro. He got me with a good body shot, but other than that, we were toe to toe the whole fucking time, Like, so I'm like, I could do this. And which is, I always knew that, but it was kind of like confirmation.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah, that's pretty much. So at the end of that trip, Seth Stacy invites me because he's from Alaska. He invites me to his gym out there in Alaska. Dude, he runs a kids program.
Right.
These fucking kids are ninjas, dog.
Whoa.
Like, nobody, I've never had anybody else hold mitts for me as good as his son.
What the
His
fuck?
son is a fucking legit ninja, and then he's got a
shit.
couple other kids in there that just, they'll hold the combos for you just to a fucking T. These kids are fucking ninjas, bro. Like,
That's
when
crazy.
I'm telling you, I got better training with the kids than I have in any other room ever. Right?
Shit.
I need to train with adults.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I need that look, that speed, that strength, right? But in terms of technique, bro,
they got you.
I never got any. I've gotten so much better on the feet training with those kids and Seth Stacy, like better than any other training room I've ever been in.
That's out there in Alaska.
But besides being with Dwayne Ludwig, right?
Okay,
Sensei Dwayne, like being in that room, obviously.
Right.
But in terms of just him focusing on me and the kids, like that's the best I've ever been in my life, like getting better. And so yeah, that's why I went out to Alaska, had the fight out there. But yeah, that's
sick.
Yeah, that's the whole story about that. So It's just crazy how just shit works out, you know?
That's fire, bro. Damn, that was a crazy ass story, bro.
Yeah, dude. That dude's a fucking ninja out there.
Corey Sandhagen, too.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
That was fun.
What year was that? That was, what,
2019.
2019?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Maybe 2018. 2018, 2019.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep. That was fucking awesome. And then while I was staying there, the K1 champion, he was this Japanese dude named Takaru.
Yeah.
He was also dorming with us.
Oh, shit.
So that was fucking cool.
Holy shit.
Got to just not really chop it up with him because he didn't know English, but I was like just in the same room with him. You know?
Are you pretty tapped in like with the other organizations like One and all that?
Oh,
like
yeah.
watching all that stuff too?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to try to find that because they're like on a different time schedule, right?
Yeah. It's hard for me to watch it too. I watch a lot of the highlights. I just keep up that way. Every now and then they'll do like an American show. It's like on Fridays,
right.
You know, when they had Demetrius as champ, they would come here
I seen
and do
that
fights.
one. See, that's the one I caught One. I was like, okay, but damn, okay.
Dude, One is fucking sick.
Highlights. Yeah,
I love.
That's when
One.
I first ever found out about Rod Tang.
Yeah,
I was like, bro,
so that was Takaru was Rod Tang's last fight.
Oh shit,
he knocked him out in like 30 seconds, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you know, Rod Tang's a fucking. He's probably the best
bro.
pure striker in the world right now.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Well, one of the top 5 for sure.
Top
like
5.
In terms of Muay Thai fighters, he's one of the best of all time.
Yeah, that fool. When I first ever seen his highlights, I was like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!" Yeah,
it's the chin on that guy.
He had me
insane.
like looking up, watching like full fights. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Him, Jonathan Haggerty's fucking fun to watch. There's a dude. Once you get into like who those guys are over there, it's insane how the UFC doesn't have like a Muay Thai organization.
Bro, yeah.
Like Little Gloves.
Yeah.
They do a lot of the Little Glove Muay Thai.
Yeah.
That is my fucking.
They have the
favorite
mix
shit to
too, huh? Well, they'll do an MMA round and then straight.
That was kind of for the Demetrius Johnson
was
fight.
that
it was
just
kind of
that?
like a super fight, that they just wanted to do. But on the same card, they'll do Little Glove Muay Thai, and then the next fight would be Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
And then like only Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
And then the next thing is an MMA fight, and then back to Muay Thai. And that could be
so
like a big
mix.
Yeah, it's a mix of
that's
everything.
Fire, though.
Yeah, it's
that's
fucking
actually sick.
So like in one night, you're seeing Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, Little Glove Muay Thai.
I thought they did that for every fight. What they did with Demetrius, I was like, damn, that's sick.
No, just that because at the time Rod Tang was the champ.
Because he was getting him in the first round, right? When it was just stand up.
It was a little more competitive than people think. I thought Demetrius was getting them in the good boxing exchanges.
Okay.
But yeah, like when you watch it, Rod Tang's walking his ass down. Like Demetrius.
I was like, bro.
But then it's funny though, because when it switches,
bro,
Demetrius is walking his ass down.
Bro, yeah.
Rod Tang started going backwards, and he don't ever go backwards because he just didn't want to get taken down.
That shit was insane.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when wrestling and jiu-jitsu come into play, not a single boxer alive will stand a chance. You'll never see a boxer go on the UFC.
Yeah, that's for a reason, right? Because it's like, that's a whole different...
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Because you're never using your legs or you're not, like...
Nope.
So it's like...
You're never kicking. You're in a stance where you're prone to getting kicked in the leg.
Right.
So it's not, it's not in the fucking boxer's favor to go jump into MMA. You'd have to do MMA for at least 2 years, I would say. Right. At least 2 years. For
sure, right?
Just to do jiu-jitsu.
Just
to do jiu-jitsu. A year is not going to work, especially if you go against someone like Patty Pimblett, who's just going to take you down and choke you the fuck out.
Right.
And, anyway. Like, Sean O'Malley will beat the fuck out of any boxer in an MMA fight.
Right.
And he doesn't, and that's not his forte, taking someone down and choking them out.
Yeah.
But he would choke out 100% of boxers in any fight.
Yeah, right.
Like,
because they don't know no defense to any of that,
none,
right? Like,
none.
It's just like...
You take Ryan, I would beat the fuck out of Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Ryan, I love you, dog. You're entertaining. I would beat the fuck out of you in an MMA fight. Like, it is what it is. And that's not to knock on boxers, because they would fuck me up in a boxing fight.
Right.
That it is what it is. This is how I kind of like to look at it. You know how Muay Thai guys, they perfected the kick.
Right.
They could kick, like in a Muay Thai fight, the average Muay Thai fighter would give me a lot of trouble because the kicks are so crazy.
Right.
Same thing said for boxing. They perfected the punch.
Right.
They know how to fucking punch. Exactly. I don't punch like a boxer. I don't kick like a Muay Thai fighter. I'm an MMA fighter, dog. I'm like really decent, like really good at all things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not the most elite boxer, but I'm a fucking good boxer.
Right.
You know, I'm not the most elite kicker, but I'm a good fucking kicker.
Yeah.
You know, I would say I'm more elite on the ground than anything else, but because I can hang with the best in jiu-jitsu. I believe that. Like, the best jiu-jitsu guys, grappler guys in the world, I could easily hang with those guys. Not easily, but I could hang with those guys, you know? But, yeah, it's a totally different thing. And you jump into someone else's expertise.
Yeah.
It's... I do tip my hat to the MMA guys who go over to boxing.
Yeah.
You see the Logan Paul and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was announced.
Yeah.
I want to see that fool. I want to see that fool fight real boxers.
Yeah, that's that. I don't even know if I really want to see that. The Julio Cesar Chavez.
I don't. I think Julio Cesar's not that great.
Yeah, I want to see someone better caliber, like that's had like a decent fight in like a month. Yeah, I don't know. Cause I was like, even how'd you feel about that Jake Paul and the Tyson one on Netflix? I was like, bro, why?
The biggest thing
happening?
The biggest thing I hated was after the fact. And everyone was like, bro, Tyson was going easy on him, bro. He could have knocked him out at any moment, dude. I'm like, no, dog. That's just what a 60-year-old looks like.
Exactly,
like,
bro.
Your fast twitch muscle's gone. Your timing is gone. You can't just jump back into fucking high-level fights against a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, he was going easy on him. He could have knocked him out whenever.
Crazy, yeah.
It's Mike Tyson. He would have.
Yeah.
He would have if he could have.
Would have.
But he couldn't. Like,
that was insane.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that was a real thing.
It's sad,
bro.
It was sad watching, especially those exchanges where Jake was opening up on him a little bit and then kind of backed up off him. I was like, dudes, whoever fucking sanctioned that shit is a piece of fucking shit. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro.
Like, I love Mike. Get your fucking money. I don't ever want to be, someone to step in the way of a bag. Yeah. But, dude, the people who fucking conducted that shit, you're a fucking joke. You're a fucking joke to society, combat sports.
Everything, bro. Because that's insane, bro. Yeah, that shit was nasty. When he was actually clipping them, I was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." I was like, "This is mean."
It was hard to watch. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
Dude, but the fucking you like to sport bet?
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's bad, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you, dude. I feel
it's bad.
I only do $5-10 max on stuff, but it's always like every other weekend I'm doing it. Or
I'm
like,
going, I honestly, I'll go crazy.
Yeah,
like
I've heard your stories. Just listening to the content pod. Yeah.
I go crazy, bro. It's bad. It's like one of those, it's because it's just, once you know you've won so much, you're like, I could do that shit again. Yeah. Easy.
Yep.
It's like easy, but it's not
once you win $500, you're like, I can do that shit again.
Because I think I won my max, I think it was like my biggest off a small amount. I think I had like $2. And it might have been when Izzy lost to Alex. I had to put like a large parlay like together, like a beefy one. And that shit hit. When I was at the movies, I was like, oh my God. Because once he started hitting him and he started stumbling, I was like, please stop it, bro. Please stop it.
The fifth round.
I was like, thank God, bro. That was like one of my... Because ever since I started going to the movies to watch them, I was like, I need to hit a parlay in the movies, like watching this shit. So I could get the tickets free, everything's free.
All your drinks.
And I hit on when Juliana beat Amanda.
What?
Yeah. Because I just seen it was like plus
Fuck
600.
my parlay.
I was like, plus 600? I was like, fuck it. Let's throw some on it. Hit that one.
Dude, I've done that. So I've been the victim of the plus 600s. Like 3 or 4 times. To where this was like a month ago, my biggest one that I hit off a parlay was like only like $5.50, but it was like a $5 one, right? And I bet on the plus 600 because I was like, I'm not falling for this shit again. Like, this dude, there's no way. And that motherfucker won. And I was like, I fucking knew it. I've been a fucking victim so many times. I just felt it this time.
Who was this recent one? What's the one with the eye? He only has one eye.
The
and
Russian
he can only
dude,
fight out there.
Sharp Bullet.
he was supposedly like a big old like favorite. And
I bet on the other motherfucker.
Bro, he fucked my parlay.
I bet on MVP, dog. That's who it was. It was MVP.
Yeah, MVP
I was like,
final, bro.
give me that. He's not touching MVP.
I was like, fuck, I wish I would have just took MVP, bro. Fuck.
Yep, I got that one. There was last night or yesterday, I bet the Reds for a money line.
Oh shit, you bet baseball?
I do baseball and NBA.
Shit. I do NBA too.
I'll do like a mixed parlay.
Oh, okay.
And so I bet the Reds because they're versing the White Sox. Never bet on the White Sox.
They're having a terrible season too, right?
Back to back years. Like they
Yeah,
just suck. They're the Browns of the MLB, dog. So when they verse anyone like the Reds or the Nationals, bro, just money line easy. And so bet the money line on the Reds, which low-key they only barely won by like 2 points, but they won. And so I had money line on the Reds, money line on the Dodgers against the Athletics.
The Reds got Ellie De La Cruz, that dude that'd be like hitting hella home runs and like stealing hella bases.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I didn't even check out any of the props for the batters.
Oh, you were just confident?
Money line on the Reds because I was like, I know they're decent. They've been good the past couple years, especially last year. So I was like, yeah, let's do Reds. And then I had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropping over 31.
Okay.
That hit. He had like 30-something, so I was like, bet. And then, because I was like, dude, they're going to close out the Nuggets. So I had OKC on the fucking money line. And then I had the Dodgers versus the Athletics. I had Shohei Ohtani getting an RBI, getting a hit. And then I had Mookie Betts getting a hit, and like just Dodgers.
That was all one?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Everything fucking hit except the damn OKC, bro. I was like, you choke fucking artist at home too. Like I was pissed. Well, it was in Denver, but game you could have fucking eliminated these guys, bro.
Last week was a bad week with me for basketball because I started doing prize picks.
Oh yeah, more or less.
That shit's so fun. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, I should have never got this damn.
I can't do that, dude.
And
more
it's worse because it has Apple Pay.
Yep.
Because sometimes I'll get lazy and don't feel like putting the card information in. Mm-hmm. So save me some money.
Yeah.
But with that Price Picks Apple Pay, I was like, oh, bro.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah. Because luckily today, I didn't bet on the back. Today there was a game, huh? The Knicks.
Yep. Played Knicks in Boston. They smacked Boston.
Oh, so they're already advancing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They fucking destroyed Boston.
Yeah, I literally had got out of work not too long ago. I haven't been up to date on nothing yet.
I think Pacers should beat the Knicks, but
I'm going Knicks.
I think the Knicks are going to be good underdogs to beat the Pacers because they got good defense.
I'm taking Knicks, bro. Mm-hmm. They've been dogging shit.
Yeah, and McCall Bridges, he's a fucking dog, and he's good on both ends.
Yeah, I'm going Knicks, bro.
I want to see an East team win it. I'm tired of the West. I'm tired of the West winning.
I forgot.
Well, I guess the Celtics won last year, but I fucking hate the Celtics.
Yeah.
I'm a Heat fan, so.
Yeah, Heat fan,
mm-hmm.
Heat fan. Damn. I wouldn't. I seen someone say the Knicks are the Sons of the East. The Sons of the East.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was like, that's fire.
Yeah. I fucking hate the Suns. The Suns piss me off every fucking year. When they fired Monty Ellis or whoever the fucking Monty Williams.
Oh yeah,
their head coach.
Yeah.
You went to the conference finals one year, and then you went to the finals one year, and then you went to the conference finals the next year, and then you fire him.
It's stupid.
Where have y'all been since?
Nowhere.
Sitting at fucking home watching on the fucking
nowhere,
couch.
bro.
Like you guys are idiots. And then you get rid of all your bench for a fucking a torn Achilles KD.
Yeah.
And the Suns have always broke my heart growing up. I've always been a Heat fan. D-Wade's always been my favorite player. Real? But I've always, I like rooting for the home team. You know what I mean? I'm a D-backs fan through and through, but it's like, y'all fucking are just dumb. I fucking hate the Suns organization sometimes.
I never really had a favorite basketball team.
Yeah.
I just always, since a kid, I always chose the Kings, though, on NBA Live and 2K.
Yeah.
I was always choosing the Kings. I don't know why.
Yeah. But I remember choosing the Kings a lot, too, on NBA Live.
I think it's because they had that checkered jersey. The split.
Dude, their jerseys are sick.
Shit, hard, so
yeah, they've always had, and the purple and white.
This team has drip, bro.
Mm-hmm. And then they had white chocolate for a long time.
Yeah. So that's what, I don't know. Maybe I'm a Kings fan. No, we just decided here, chat.
The fucking Buddy Hield leaving the Kings, and now he's on the Warriors.
On the Warriors, right? Yeah.
And he's fucking damn near the number two guy.
Cause he stepped up when Steph got hurt that game, huh?
Dropped like 30-something points.
Yeah, I was like, man, bro, that was crazy.
If you would have told me 6 years ago Buddy Hield is leading the Warriors with Curry on the team, I would have been like, I'm laughing at you. But yeah, I think we should wrap this up.
Hell yeah.
My boy, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Let everybody know where to fucking find you.
You can find me on Instagram at ReggieBeLiftin. On YouTube, I changed everything to ReggieBeLiftin, so it's just easier to find me.
Yeah.
Because I guess on the YouTube, if you looked up Young Reginald, you couldn't find me.
Yeah.
So I just switched it to ReggieBeLiftin. It should make it easier. Or if you type in It's All Content Podcast on YouTube, it should pop up. So
cool. Hell yeah. Make sure you
guys
subscribe.
And shout out Studio 1108 if you need some printing, man.
Yep, let them know.
Shirts printed.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Hell yeah.